Hi, good evening. So it has been great to, commence one of the sessions today. I actually am thrilled in terms of, the kind of knowledge articles that I'm listening to, I'm hearing. I definitely want to understand today that, as we are getting into gender responsive budgeting, I definitely believe that there is a lot of population that has been subjected to intimate partner violence. There are at least 641 million women who are in bars, who are dancers, who are in betting and casino, who play jack in the box kind of games. The women who are probably in hotels, nurses, midwives, caterers, they go through intimate partner violence, and there are around 641 million women who go through it. It is crazy. It's crazy that today, when organizations need to go through gender responsive budgeting, it still is annoying that you have 641 million women who are teachers, who are substitutes, nurses, social workers, actors, caterers, dancers, retail workers, airline hostesses, caregivers, midwives, doctors, physiotherapists, drug dealers, counselors, auto car dealers who go through intimate violence. Only 57% of women are making their own informed decisions on sex and reproductive health care. If you actually look at it, you see that, out of 100 women who are probably in Antigua and Barbados, there would be 57 who would be representing, sex and reproductive health care. What happens to the rest of them? What happens to the rest of the women out of the 100, when 57 are subjected to intimate partner violence? Probably the rest of the women actually go through just becoming LGBTQ, or probably deleting their emotions around feminism, gender, and they go through a state where they're probably paralyzed. It's unfortunate that today you have a lot of nurses who are like that. It's when you actually look in terms of scanning the landscape of women who probably work, and they are probably working in precarious jobs. It's also crazy to understand that you have traditional countries like the United Kingdom, and probably Australia, probably, countries like, Sweden, Amsterdam, where people are into marriage and they're not into, betting casino. But if you actually go into places like Ukraine, Latvia, Russia, you go to dark places like, Peru, Bolivia, Colombia, you go into Florida. There are women who don't understand marriage. There's no common law marriage. It's always about betting casino. It's always about being a casino player, being a woman who's supporting the 007 scams. And it's also about actually looking at the social roles they play. There has been there are in their societies where there's women who have been subjected to intimate partner violence at least once in their lifetime. Their husbands have left them, their kids have deserted them, their fathers have not owned them, they have been pushed to a corner. But again, it all depends on the society you hold. Honestly, intimate partner violence is a great tool to understand if you are in a society which is functional, where there are mothers, fathers, uncles, or probably people who are not lying for healthcare. But when you look at betting casino, when you look at the fast, like, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna temples, or Osho ashram, or, those aerobics lounge, people are not mother fathers. They're just a bunch of community, a bunch of tribes. And what they do is that if you have a fast girl who's actually playing cabaret, I don't think she even understands what intimate partner violence is. She is a neutral gender, and she's honestly just a gizmo, a doll. So yeah, so we definitely thrilled by the statistic. 57% of women go through intimate partner violence, but we honestly feel betting and casino women don't go through it. We honestly feel gamblers don't go through it, and we also feel, I'm not sure if that term actually implies that it's only functional in societies that are functional, where there are roles that are social. It's not actually functional in societies which are flashy, where people are, flashy pants. It's also not functional in, those Gujarati parties where people are doing mass sex. When you're having hernia, or you're going through mass sex, or you're doing mass orgy, it's not, in gender based violence does not apply. Even feminism doesn't apply in Gujarati societies where they do mass sex.